And then if not, it's really kind of awkward in terms of, well, you know, I don't know.
Okay.
What do you...
All right, this is a little awkward. Hi, everybody. My name is Richard Stackhouse.
And I'm Shay Crumble.
Shay Crumble. We are currently in Thailand right now. I've been living in Thailand for a few months, and my friend Shay is from LA.
Yeah.
Well, not from LA, but lives in LA. And she came out to visit here, a little vacay here in Thailand. And so, as we were sitting here, we just finished a cool museum tour called the Sanctuary of Truth. Check that out if you come. It's in Pattaya, Thailand. Anyway, we were discussing, Shay works in TV and film in Hollywood and Los Angeles. And that's kind of how we met. We're not gonna go through a long, deep story, but we met through a mutual friend. Shout out to Chloe, a former roommate of mine when I lived in LA in a past life. However, long story long, we were discussing how in today's day and age as creators, because I'm also a fellow writer, creator, but on the independent side, and she works in Hollywood, how it's so important to do this content. However, for people that typically works behind the scenes, like we mostly do, it's very hard now having to try to adapt to doing something on camera that's like authentic and then that's your own voice, separate from what everybody else is talking about. So we wanted to bring y'all into the conversation to help us with what some things we should talk about. I'm going to start blabbing, and then Shay, you can put some of your thoughts onto it, what we were saying. This is just a little intro, but
okay.
Yeah, your thoughts, opinions. Feel free to lean into the left. Make sure your camera. I'm scared to move it because our phone. We'll get into that. Yeah. It's not secure.
I don't know. Like, I love TV and film, and some of the greatest people I've met. I met you doing a short film. Let me tell you guys. I met this guy once at a lunch in LA. Gave him my contact information. Told him I was doing a short film in Atlanta, and he was the first one to show up. Ready to help. No strings attached. Nothing monetary value. Just how can I be of service? It is rare that you find those people. And our friendship has sparked since then. We have been on several trips across the U.S. and, you know, Paris and, you know, other just world travels. I thoroughly have enjoyed it. And it's so rare that you meet kind-hearted people that are, you know, a listening ear, someone who's willing to help you through. Because I know, for me, you guys may not see that, but I have a lot of, let's say, intersectionality with my career, and sometimes I have to make important decisions on whether to take a show, not take a show, or if I don't like it, or, you know, if I don't like people working on it, or creating it, or how much it pays, or where it's located, and, you know, so it's really good to be able to have other fellow creators where you can talk this out and discuss and be a sounding board, and he is that for me, whether it's locally or across the world.
Oh, that was cool. Thank you. So she did decide to give background. However, what are your thoughts on what we were discussing in reference to
topics?
Topics just in general about how the industry is evolving so much to where as though now we have to do content. A lot of times to start pushing your career forward a little bit more. Like how do you feel about that as somebody that's prefers not to have to be
I'm so hesitant. I mean, what sparked my interest in, you know, television and the industry in the first place is, you know, sitcoms and I Love Lucy and Living Single and, you know, Bewitched and, you know, that kind of thing. And I didn't expect that the industry would evolve to this in this day and age. I thought, hey, you know, I'd be on a show like West Wing or, you know, all these shows that are, you know, have been great and they're part of TV history. And, you know, now I'm being told to make my own content. I'm not, well, let me phrase this, because if you know me in real life, you know that I'm a jokester, you know that I'm funny, but how do I translate that to being on camera? How do I, you know, I know I'm myself, but I feel like I have to act almost, and so that makes me really nervous, and then I don't want to, you know, so that's why I haven't taken the content really far itself, but here we are.
Here we are. And to kind of just sum it up, essentially, what are some of your ideas of authentic, unique content that you would like to see from people, whether it's Shay or myself or just other people that might work in the industry in some kind of capacity that might be different than what you're oversaturated with now? Is it a little bit more of the same where you would like to still hear our reviews and thoughts and opinions on certain shows and topics like other people, or is it more specific information or specific experiences that y'all would like us to touch on? So I'm going to pose that to the audience or people that's out there. Like, what would you suggest? Again, Shay works. Do you want to tell them maybe what you do in the industry? You don't have to.
Well, now you brought it up. Only people want to know.
Only so that there's a little background. Like, for example, like I said, I work a little bit more independently, but I call myself really the creative writer. I write books, working on my first novel. Well, I completed my first novel. I have another self-published book that I put out a few years ago, and I did an independent film that I wrote and produced. And Shay...
First of all, let's talk about being self-published. I feel like that's just like an accomplishment in itself. I feel like you just brushed underneath the rug. Self-published, my man. That is huge.
Yeah, self-published.
So
somebody available on Amazon. Selfish plug.
But no,
yes.
I'm just so proud of you. So I definitely want the people to know that, you know, that's not an easy feat. And, you know, congratulations. As for me, you can find me in the post-production world. Working behind the scenes on some of your favorite shows or not. You know, the industry. People are so fickle these days. It's like, I hate that show. But I digress.
Like, what was some of, you don't have to discuss the show you're on now because I know that can get weird, but do you mind shouting out some of the previous shows you worked on?
You know, I've been on Minx on Stars. I've been on, you guys all know, Cobra Kai Season 4. I've done The Shrink Next Door on Apple. I was a part of Don't Worry Darling with Harry Styles and Olivia Wilde. I've worked on The Voice on NBC. And more recently, I'm on Reasonable Doubt on Hulu. Check us out. But yeah, and then also let me know if you want like travel content, because maybe that's a totally separate lane that people might be interested in, as opposed to TV. Do people even watch TV anymore? I feel like people just watch TikTok and then they get the highlights of their show, and then that's pretty much where it goes. But yes, I work behind the scenes. I work in post-production and make sure that, you know, when you watch your show, it is got the greatest color, the greatest sound. We work on, you know, ADR. We make sure we work with the editors that actually assemble the episode together, and it's cut and all the shots are there. And so it's like a multifaceted career that I'm actively growing in. But yeah, let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you think, and we'd love to hear it.
Cool. Thank you all for your time. Until next time, peace out.